Hello Sitepal fans, I'm Mark. Today I'm going to show you how to create your own 3D Sitepal avatar from a photo. The tool we are about to use is called Photoface 3D, and it is part of the Sitepal editor. If you're ready, let's get started. In your Sitepal account, open the editor. Then click on Create Your Own, here. This opens the Photoface 3D wizard. Here is where I upload the facial photo I want to use. I click here to agree to the terms and conditions, and then click on Browse to select my photo. I've previously prepared a lower resolution version of my original photo, here. As a rule of thumb, you should avoid image resolutions that are too high or too low. If resolution is too high, you will create an avatar that's unnecessarily large, which will take longer to load. If too low, the avatar you create may appear pixelated or unfocused. The recommended image dimensions should fit in a square. That's roughly between 1200 to 1800 pixels. I will now select the image, which brings me to the second step of the process where I can adjust the positioning. As you can see, Photoface does its best to automatically position it for me. The image is zoomed out so that it fits in the frame and is slightly rotated so that the face is vertical. I can adjust the default positioning and scale if I want to. However, as you do so, keep the face vertical and bear in mind that only the portions of the image that are within the frame will end up being part of the avatar. Selecting Next takes me to the third step, Anchor Point Adjustment. Here, we need to adjust the automatically generated anchor points to closely match the positioning you see in this sample image. The red points need to be in the precise center and at the two corners of the mouth. The green points need to be on the contour of the face, exactly aligned with the red points as you see here. Let me make these minor adjustments. The yellow point should be positioned at the most prominent point of the chin. This is typically a bit inward from the bottom tip of the face. It should also be vertically aligned with the nose and center mouth point. Finally, let's look at the eyes. Let me make a couple of minor adjustments, and we're good to go. Selecting Next again brings us to step 4. This is where the image is automatically segmented to remove the background. If you've uploaded an image with a transparent background, you may disable the automatic background removal here. But otherwise, there's nothing for you to do. Just allow it to run its course. The process normally requires around 30 to 40 seconds, though it can take longer depending on the image. The automated background removal can handle most backgrounds quite well, but if you have a choice, use a light, uniform background for best results. Once this is done, we can proceed to the final step. My 3D avatar is now being created. I'm almost done. This step allows me to fine-tune the result before saving my new avatar. As you can see, there are multiple controls available on the right-hand side. The first thing I want to adjust is the camera angle, here. Check out the movement of the head. As you might notice, the movement is not quite as natural as we would like it to be. When the avatar looks down, the top of the head rises a bit too much. This happens with many photos, but it can be corrected with the camera angle slider. As I move the slider, I'm adjusting the orientation of the face. We want the face to be looking directly forward, like this. This adjustment results in a more natural movement. I will now select the zoomed-in view, here, so that I may focus my attention on the mouth. I want to adjust the mouth slit to the optimal position, and I have several tools to work with. I can use the vertical positioning slider here, and the various other tools, to make the mouth slit match as closely as possible to the image. As you can see, we can adjust vertical and horizontal placement, curve, stretch, rotate, and more. After making your adjustments, use the Preview option to see the mouth in action. You must select Gender first, though.
Welcome to our website. We hope you enjoy your visit today.
Sometimes visual problems only become evident during speech. That's why Preview is important. If you notice any issue, use the mouth positioning tools to adjust further. Next, I'd like to mention teeth selection. For most avatars, the default standard teeth are the best. But it's good to know there are other options. For example, some people ask about black and white teeth. That would be this option here. Finally, I'd like to point out teeth brightness. You don't want your teeth to be too bright or too dark. As a rule of thumb, they should roughly match the brightness of the sclera, the white area of the eyes. When I'm satisfied, I save the new avatar to my account. I must give it a name before I can save it. Once saved, I can adjust the new avatar's position and scale in my scene, just like any other avatar. My new avatar is now located in the models list. I can easily locate it in the My Models category and use it again in any of my scenes. This covers what I wanted to talk about today. Before we wrap up, I'd like to refer you to our short technical note, Create Your Own 3D Avatar, which is available on our support page. It goes into more detail and provides useful tips to get the most from Photoface 3D. If you intend to create your own avatar, you should definitely read it. I hope you found this video helpful and clear. If you have questions or comments, please send us a note at support@sitepal.com.